What's up, everybody? Welcome to podcast. Now, I'm Alex, and in this video I want to discuss how next generation can help and hurt Batman Arkham. So, this is a video that I think has been a long time coming. I think actually will answer a lot of the questions that I've seen in the comments going back weeks, going back months of you guys, mainly discussing again next generation consoles. Because again, with the way Arkham is doing it, and this is a good topic. This is not a we're gonna predict release dates. This is not something like that. I think it would make some of the haters pretty happy to see me be doing something a little bit differently, but I think this is going to be a really fun video. Make sure you let me know if you guys enjoy these kinds of videos, again, by liking, by subscribing, by having that bell icon turned on, all that kind of stuff to make sure you guys are supporting these videos, and I will make more of these kind of videos. So, all right, let's talk about this. Again, this is a good topic because this doesn't matter if Batman releases in the fall or if Batman releases next year in 2021, which I'd imagine wouldn't be later than like June of next year, which we could talk about in future videos if it would be connected to the Batman movie, if that's how Warner Bros is kind of structuring it. I don't think it is, but we can have that talk. But here's the deal. So let's go over some of the next gen things that we kind of know and are leaked and stuff like that, because there's a lot to unpack here. And again, I think it may make people happy. It could make you a little confused or upset, but I want to try and walk you through it. So here's the deal. With Xbox Series X and rumored with the PS5, I don't think it's ever actually been confirmed, but if it's been confirmed, fine. They're going to be backwards compatible, okay? If you buy the game on the PS4, you buy the game on the Xbox One, it will, the next gen, now Microsoft has specifically said this. This part has not been said by Sony, although I hope would happen. One, if you are playing any game, literally any game, on your Xbox One, okay? You buy Batman Arkham on your Xbox One in October, in November, whenever you get it. And then eventually, you buy the Xbox Series X. Backwards compatibility would work, okay? You put it into the Xbox Series X, it'll make it run faster, it'll make it load better, like those kind of base things will be improved significantly, although not like super, okay? Not like insane, not as if you bought the next gen version, but it'll be enhanced for the Series X. Now, something that we got last week from Microsoft was the Smart Delivery service, which they talked about. Smart Delivery is a thing for their own exclusives, confirmed. Any one of Microsoft's exclusives, if you buy it on Xbox One, because they had reiterated that there will not be any exclusive games on Xbox Series X for a while, and they've said in the past 1 to 2 years. So, Halo Infinite, let's say, comes out in the fall, this upcoming fall, okay? Halo Infinite. You buy it on your Xbox One because you don't have the Series X yet. When you get the Series X, whenever you do, you will automatically be given the Series X version. Now, that is not the same thing as backwards compatibility, because that version would be specifically for next gen. Whereas if you just do backwards compatible, you would not get the same deal basically. Now, that is only guaranteed for Microsoft exclusives. Everybody else is given the option, but they don't have to do it. It falls on the publisher. So, let's connect it to Batman. Warner Bros. Warner Bros. Will be given the option for the Xbox Series X for all of their games that if you buy the current gen, which is right now, PS4, Xbox One, if you buy that version, Warner Bros. Will be given the option to say, okay, when you get the next generation console, I buy Batman on PS4. When I get the PS5, Warner Bros. Will give me the PS5 version of Batman for free, which again would provide more than just if I were to do backwards compatible. Now, here's the deal. Microsoft has confirmed that. Now, Warner Bros. Would have and we're only talking about Warner Bros. Because of Batman. Warner Bros. Would have the option because of that system. Sony, PlayStation, they have not yet said that. All that we know for Sony, pretty much confirmed, is it's backwards compatible. But we do not know if you'd be given the next-gen version for free. But again, it's not up to Sony. It's not up to Microsoft. It's up to the developer. They said developers and publishers. Developers meaning if they were to self-publish. It ends up resting with the publisher. The publisher would ultimately be given the option to do that because they're the ones who handle distribution. So, it's Warner Bros. It's Warner Bros. To decide. So, that, I think, should answer a lot of the stuff that people were worried about. Maybe you're confused about all that. It sounds very confusing. You could go a whole lot more deeper in how I believe it holds back next-generation consoles. That's an entirely other video. I wouldn't even know how to title it. But The good news for Batman is this. Well, there's good and bad news. No matter what, I think it's a bad idea for any game to release too close to next gen if it's only on current gen. The other thing you have to keep in mind, too, is that there's no guarantee you're getting the next gen version day one. Nobody's ever said that, right? Cyberpunk actually has come out. Now, CD Projekt Red, Cyberpunk, they came out when Microsoft said this and said, hey, we're putting our money where our mouth is. We're going to be the first game, actually, that's confirmed, a third-party publisher. We're going to be the first one that's going to do this. So if you buy Cyberpunk, so me, I'm hoping PS5 does the same thing. So I'm getting Cyberpunk day one in September, okay? I already have it pre-ordered. I'm getting it day one. Whenever it comes out for the PS5, that's not to say it comes out day one for PS5, though. It is not to say that. But when it does come out for PS5 and Xbox Series X, you will be given the next-gen version for free, which, again, is better than if you just do backwards compatibility. You can. So I guess there's also that. That's a little confusing, right? So day one, when I get my PS5, I can put Cyberpunk into it and play it, and it'll be enhanced, but it won't be super enhanced. That I would need to wait for the next gen version to release. So, you say all that stuff, and some of it sounds good, for sure, right? But it's also so freaking confusing. I think it's just too much to deal. Like, I can handle it, but, like, it's just something that, like, do you want to have all of that, like, in your head? Because it's just a lot to process. I could be wrong. You guys can definitely let me know. But when it comes to Batman, it's the same situation where I still would have a problem with it releasing too close to next gen, because again, if it only comes out on current gen, and they don't have a next gen version planned till, say, 2021, because again, there's nobody saying they have to give you the next gen version day one when the next gen consoles launch. Well, then you still run into the problem of, are people going to buy this game on current gen when there's next gen and all of those games? Now, again, you can say, well, there's backwards compatibility, so it's not like, if you buy it on PS4 or Xbox One, it's not like you're losing it. You can still play it when you get your next gen consoles, but still, listen, next gen is going to take so much of the talking points and the thinking points of consumers that when those are out, it's hard for people to think about those other games. There are games that are left behind, left in the dust. Arkham Origins, you could argue, but I would say, for the most part, it was left behind. Like, yes, it has a fond appreciation now. Did it sell badly? No, but it didn't sell absolutely amazing, okay? And again, like, it's gotten more love as the years have passed, but it took a long time to get there, and look what it probably did to Warner Bros. Montreal, especially at the moment. I think they suffered because it did not do very well for the first little while. And even now, I mean, you could say that the game is more respected now, but that doesn't help the bottom line of what it did when it released. Or it's not selling like double the amount of copies it was selling back then now because suddenly everybody's fallen in love. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't affect money. The only thing it would affect, I guess, is people would feel more confident in their next game. And they're doing everything possible to make sure that doesn't happen either, right? So it's tough. It's really, really tough. I'm not saying that people won't support it. I'm not saying I wouldn't support it. I mean, I would be buying it day one, but here's the interesting thing for me, and really for anybody in this situation. Again, Warner Bros. Does not have to do this. And Microsoft was very smart in their own little, like, low-balling kind of way, which we can discuss in a second. They pretty much positioned it like this. We have made this fantastic feature. And again, I think personally that they've made some moves to halt things. And I just really don't like how they've done a lot of their stuff. But, again, they've approached it smartly where they're like, well, all of our games are going to have this feature, but the publishers of other games, they get to choose. So if Batman does not, if you buy Batman on PS4 and then PS5 comes out or Xbox Series X and Warner Bros. Decides, no, we aren't giving you the next-gen version for free. We want money. You need to buy it again. They can do that. And the blame will be placed on Warner Bros., not on Microsoft, even though I would argue, I wouldn't say it's 50-50. I would say it's still mainly the publisher of, whoever makes the decision. But Microsoft gets to step back and say, well, we said that they but again, there's just so much down. I don't want to get into it because, again, it's a whole nother video. Microsoft can kind of step back and say, well, we said that it's up for the publisher, so it's the publisher's fault. If they don't want to give it to you for free, they're the ones scamming you out of more money, even though, again, I think there's some things underneath that aren't really being talked about that I would like to talk about if you guys want me to. So there's that. And there's no guarantee. There's no guarantee that Batman Arkham, if you buy it on current gen, that you're getting the next gen version for free. So if you're like me, Okay, and there's not, I guess, that many people like me in this specific situation, right, with the YouTube channel, with an Arkham following, but okay, say for me, though, specifically, I'm getting the PS4. If the game comes out in October, I'm getting the PS4 version, right? Am I under an obligation to you guys to then get the PS5 version and talk about, okay, well, what's better about this? How much of an improvement? I think I am. I would honestly say that I think because of the channel, because of the content, because of just what kind of videos we make, I feel like that's something that I would do and kind of feel like I need to do. Maybe I don't, but I feel like it. So, like, I would probably get the next... I wouldn't do it for every game, but, like, Batman's obviously special to the channel. So I would get the PS5 version. But what if I don't get that for free? Then I have to, I can do backwards compatibility. I can make videos on that, and I could just play that in general, like for my own amusement. But then it's like, well, I kind of want to see how the PS5 version is. Like, what exactly is and then I have to buy it. I have to buy Batman Arkham 2 times. I got my money twice. So that's the situation. And now again, PlayStation, it's not even confirmed, but Xbox, if Warner Bros. Decides not to do it, then there's that situation. And you could say, okay, well, all of this is mute and void if it comes out in 2021. False, because Microsoft has gone on record saying, and again, they've only said they're exclusives, but numerous publishers are coming out now. Square Enix just came out recently and said they aren't having a game exclusively on next gen for a while. So now other publishers are coming out and saying, yeah, we're not going to have exclusives for the Series X or place like this year's Call of Duty or a game that comes out in 2021. So like Far Cry for Ubisoft, let's say. Ubisoft's Far Cry 6. That's not going to be only next gen, okay? So you could say, well, if it comes out in 2021, you'd assume it's only next gen. Not true. In fact, I will guarantee you it's not true. In fact, I'd go so far to even say my prediction is Rocksteady's game won't even be only next gen. You could still buy Rocksteady's game on current gen. And again, I just really don't like any of that because then it's like if Rocksteady's game comes out in fall of 2021, we're a full year into next gen, and yet they have to make it for current gen, PS4, Xbox One, so I guarantee you they are holding their own game back because it could be better, but they have to make it for current gen because of the way these consoles are doing it. Again, that's a video for a different day. Maybe I can even make that for my Rocksteady video tomorrow that I'm going to be making soon. So there's a lot. There's definitely some positives, but there's some negatives. So guys, let me know in the comments below. What do you think? Where do you kind of fall in line? Are you going to get it for current gen? Are you hoping that it's free for next gen? What's your situation when it comes? I know a lot of you aren't getting next gen and are just getting it on current gen, and so I guess you're fine, right? If you don't plan on ever playing it on next gen, or you're not getting next gen for 2-3 years, well, then it's not going to matter to you. But if you're in that boat where you're going to be buying next gen, how does this affect you? Again, let me know in the comments below. Also, again, make sure you guys subscribe to our YouTube channel podcast. Now hit that bell icon so you guys know when these videos go up, and thank you as always for watching. We'll have more Batman, more Rocksteady videos over the coming days, and I hope to see you all there.